Hi guys. I'm just basically trying to talk to all of you about God really, and He's been faithful really, and He's been fantastic to me since when I got here and all of that. I actually know where I'm coming from and how my life has been before I gave my life to Him and all of that. I was completely lost for a long time, and it felt like I was on the right path and all of that, but I don't know, for some reason I got here, and when I say yeah, I'm actually and all of that, I got here, and it's been a whole new life for me, and I know what I've been through, and I know where I'm coming from and everything, and sometimes I just really want to share with you guys in case there's anyone out there that is kind of going through a couple of things and you're kind of doubting whether there's actually God, or if He actually does exist, or if He's actually listening to you and all of that. I was actually dropping a couple of posts on Snapchat, but I thank all of you that gave me back feedbacks and everything, and I just felt I should try to make something longer. Maybe I'll be able to get to the hearts of some of you and all of that. Where I was coming back from, then I used to go to church, and I felt like I was all about the Christian life and all of that. I was doing the right things and all of that. I go to church. I was a walker in church. I used to try to teach kids and everything, and it felt like I was doing the right thing. But to be honest with you, I was actually not growing in any way in my life, and it all just felt normal to me. And I knew if I was meant to die at that period, I was not gonna make heaven. That's the honest truth. I'll be completely honest with you guys on that, but I was really not bothered about that, because within me I was like, hey, there's no way you're gonna die now, so why not just try to enjoy the world as much as you can enjoy it. And I didn't actually realize that we're actually not in control of our life, and whenever God says it's time, there's really nothing you can do about that. And I was totally lost. That's just it. I was totally lost, and I was just a normal church goer. I gave my life to Christ. I did baptism. I went for workers training and everything. I did everything, but I just felt I wasn't still going, because I wasn't really interested in what the Bible had to say. I was not reading the Word. I was just going to church because some other people were doing it, or maybe because I have a mom that's a pastor and everything, and I just felt I should just do it and all of that. But I wasn't really doing it because I wanted to be with God. I wanted to be with Christ, or actually believed in Christianity and all that. So there's no way at the point, once you're not doing the right thing for the right reasons and all of that, I started, should I say I was backsliding? I don't know if I'll call it backsliding, because I was really never truly with Christ and all that, but I was backsliding somehow. I'll just put that in quote and everything. I was lost, and things weren't working as well for me and all of that. It was as if I was having to struggle extra hard to get things I actually should have gotten in a very short period and everything. I got a job, and I was doing so much stress at work and everything. It was more of a marketing thing, and you had to be on the street like every time, and under the sun of Lagos and everything. You all can understand how that is. And I just had to go back, and I lived on my life, and I'm like, hey, I shouldn't be stressing myself this much and everything. And I kept on telling myself, well, you're a Christian and all that. But within me, I knew my spirit was telling me that, hey, you're not doing the right things. You're just a Christian for claiming to be a Christian and all of that. You go about, would have sex, would drink, would do everything of the word and all of that. And we'll say, I'm not saying God is not going to listen to you when you do all those things and all of that, but we have to understand that our body is the temple of the Most High and everything. And if you want to relate well with God, you need to have His temple really clean and all of that. But where I was actually doing those things, I was just telling myself, hey, you're a Christian, God is meant to listen to you. How come He's not listening to you and all that? And sometimes I'll actually be in tears, and I'll be like, why am I having to struggle this much? Things weren't working for me as well as I wanted it to and all of that. So I actually kind of moved to the US for my master's and everything, and I know the US was probably the last place I was thinking I would get saved and all of that. I still came to the US with the whole mentality like, hey, I'm coming here to have fun and try to concentrate on my studies and everything, but you never know when God is ready for you, when He's going to get you, He's really going to get you and everything. So I came here with the whole impression like I was still going to have fun and just be in the world and everything, but I was opportune to meet someone, and she's it almost just happened. Like, I found myself in the church, to be very honest with you, and that's it. Because you would think that's like the last person that's actually going to try to get you to church. And some people will say, how come you never go saved all the time? You're in Nigeria. It's not when you went to the US where there's probably so much fun and things for you to do. That's where you actually got saved and all. But like I said, you never know when God wants you. When He wants you, He's going to get you and everything. So I got here, and I was opportune to go to a church that is called Walk in the Word and everything. And the first thing that attracted me to it was that they tell you they're not trying to get you to come to the church. They just want you to join the anointing and everything. They want everybody to make heaven. That's the most important thing and all. So first day in church, it wasn't most. I was actually told first of all that the church might be long and everything, but I had my mind prepared. Like, I was expecting of something. I wanted something from God, because I always said I want to be able to relate to God and be able to speak to Him and say, take some decisions and make some comments and thoughts based on Him. Do you understand? Him controlling your thoughts and everything and having. So that was just me basically, and I got there, and luckily for me, the word I heard that day was basically for me. That's the only. That's anything. You can't make heaven just on your own. You can't do anything on your own. That's the honest truth. You need God for everything. So and then I decided, and I just made up my mind that I just wanted to be for Christ. I came out, I gave my life to Christ again, and I just said to myself, that was the end. I'm not going back to things I used to do. I knew where they were all bad habits and everything. I was like, I'm not going back there, because I've had an experience of how nice and how blessed you can be when you're fully with Christ and everything. Trust me, I've had a couple of blessings when I got here. Things that I shouldn't have gotten in such a very short period. I got it within weeks and all. And I asked myself that if I could get this in such a very short period of me knowing Christ and me actually committing and saying, okay, this is what I actually want to chase and everything. If I can get it in such a very short period, then think about what you can get in the long run when you completely commit to Him and you've been there for a long period and everything. And I've had a couple of friends who, apart from Christ and everything, they really motivate me, and they try to check on me and try to know how good I am and everything. And I can share everything with them, and they can always try to push me and try to make sure I'm not falling back on things I'm meant to do. And it's been fantastic so far. So I'm just trying to tell you, like, you might have been thinking to give your life to Christ and try to leave things you've been doing in the past behind, but you're kind of thinking like, oh, you might lose some friends, and it's going to be kind of difficult for you to leave behind the things you used to do. Maybe you drink, you smoke, or you're more of a fornicator, and you commit adultery and all of that. I want you to understand that God is basically not looking for the perfect people. He wants more of the sinners. Honestly, He needs the sinners to come closer to Him, because He needs everyone. I'm sure He's going to be really happy if everyone can make heaven. And I think that should be our major goal right now, trying to concentrate on trying to make heaven, because everything you're enjoying in the world right now, I see it as all vanity. You drink, you smoke, and everything just runs out at a point, and where do you go back after that? But in Christ, you just have this kind of complete happiness, and you know He's someone that's going to be there for you every time. He's someone you can always fall back on and all. He might not give you an instant reply when you ask for things, but trust me, God listens to everything. That's the truth. If He doesn't give you now, doesn't mean He's not going to give you something better. He might not give you what you want now because it feels you just want that and you really don't need it. Do you understand? And I just want to talk to as much people as I can and try to win people for Him. Really, that's my major goal really for now. And I just want to say, even if you feel you're too much of a sinner and you feel there's no way Christ is going to listen to you, trust me, He's going to listen to you. I was there, trust me. So I know where I am right now, and it's a fantastic place, trust me. I look forward to church. I look forward to worshiping Him and all that. You know, when you're sleeping and you're waking up very happy in the morning, knowing that you're in a better place and there's a better place out there for you, even if this one ends and everything. And it's just really fantastic. And I want to talk to people also about you don't need to be ashamed of God. That's the truth. Don't worry about what your friends are going to think or whoever you're going to have to cut because of what you want. you want to do or what you want to follow. Christ is the ultimate. That's the honest truth with you. I'm going to tell you, I used to be the person who would go to church. I wouldn't be able to praise, I wouldn't be able to dance because I was worried about what the person next to me was thinking about. But I'm going to tell you, if you're shy of God or you're ashamed of God, He's going to be ashamed of you. And the same way you treat Him is the same way He will treat you. That's the truth. If you cannot openly go out and say, hey, I'm a Christian and this is what I do, then that's the same way God is going to treat your blessings. It's really not going to give you what you want. That's the honest truth. Because He needs us outright to say, hey, I'm a Christian, I have a Father in heaven, and rely on Him. Don't rely on human beings. He created the human beings you're relying on. Don't rely on one boyfriend or one girlfriend. Don't rely on mom. Don't rely on any human that you know can leave you tomorrow. Try to place everything on God. God is always going to be there for you. So don't worry about what the next person is thinking about who you are. Don't worry about how you're going to cut out on smoking or drinking or having sex and all of that. If you completely go to Christ and you say, God, I really want to stop all of this and I really need your strength to do this, trust me, it's going to help you. I was there, so I'm talking from being one of you guys at a point, and I know He listens because He listened to me. So, and I know how I was before, and I know He's going to listen to any of you that is actually really willing to serve Him and everything. And I just want you to make that decision. It might not be today, but I really want you to make it as soon as possible, because we don't know the outcome of what tomorrow is going to be. We don't know how much long we have left on earth. And sometimes we always make this statement that if earth can be this hot without the sun even being this close to it, you can only imagine how hell is going to be. And that alone, when I think about it, I'm like, hey, oh no, I'm actually going to try to make heaven and everything. So I wish you guys would always think about that and always have that at the back of your mind. Everything you do, try to put God first. That's the only way we can succeed fully in this life. And with Him, all things are possible. That's just what I've realized. It's worked for me so far, and I know I'm only going to get more blessed. And I look at everyone that's around me, the friends I have right now, and there was a day I sat down and I looked at everybody and I'm like, we can only get greater. We can only get better with Christ. That's the only way. And I have a couple of friends on Facebook and everything, and I would like all of you to know that Christ wants all of you, and one way or the other, I hope everything works out for you guys. I just want to say I love you guys real good, and God loves you so much. He wants everybody to draw closer to Him, because at this times where we are right now, the only thing you need to hold on to right now is Christ, and I really would appreciate it, and I would love if everyone can do that. And I know God is going to bless everybody one way or the other. Whatever your desires are, whatever your heart is, if it's in line with what God wants for you, you will get it. You might not get it now, but you will get it when He really thinks you need it. So keep the faith up, concentrate on God, and read the Word. It's really important. Read the Word. That's like your weapon to conquer every other thing. Read the Word as much as you can, and everything will go good in the name of Jesus. Thank you.